Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to your Monday night live stream, and I'm your host, Sir Ashley. And today we're going to talk about all things Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, you have to give me some grace because it's a new setup. I have a different teleprompter trying to see your comments and everything all on one screen without me having to look over to the my left as often as I did before. So, bear with me. But if you're new to the channel, let me tell you what we talk about. We talk about money, we talk about real estate, we talk about the Carolinas and the Charlotte area. And I am a real estate agent, broker in the Carolinas, and I help people primarily in the Charlotte region, but I have team members and just different agents throughout both North and South Carolina to help you move within the state. So feel free, go ahead, leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from, and hold on. All right. Let me know where you're watching from so we can chat. We can talk and see what's going on. I'm trying to get this organized and get this all together. I do want to talk about things to do during the holidays, during December, here in the Charlotte region. I also want to touch on the most popular subdivisions or communities here in the greater Charlotte area. We have a chart for that and different employers coming to the Charlotte area, opening up opportunities for high paying jobs and just skilled workers. What's going on, Russell? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in from Atlanta. Definitely, definitely love going to Atlanta. I'm supposed to go there in November. I did not go. Thank you for tuning in. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about, and again, bear with me. I am trying to mess around with this new setup. Let's first talk about the why North Carolina and the Charlotte region is so popular. And reason why is because it has, are we seeing this right there? Yeah. It has the highest new business application rates here in America. You see, a lot of people are coming to the area because it is just, I was going to say land of opportunity. That might be selling it quite a little bit too much, but there is a lot of opportunity here in the Charlotte region and in North Carolina as a whole. Specifically in the Charlotte region, you see the tech coming to this region as well as Wake County, which is Raleigh. You have Durham County as well, but an often overlooked part of North Carolina is the Triad region. What's going on, Barbara? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Now, the Triad region consists of Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and High Point, and I think still, while I absolutely love the greater Charlotte region, I just think an undervalued part of the state is the Triad region. So let me see if we can highlight this and bring this up a little so you can see it. So, new research named that the states interested in starting a business, with North Carolina ranking 18th and South Carolina ranking 11th. Now, me, I'm right on the border. Technically, I'm in South Carolina. So I see the growth happening in South Carolina, but I see a lot of growth being able to take place right here in the greater Charlotte region as well. Um, I'm thinking about South Carolina. You have Greenville, a lot of expansion going on there. South Carolina, there's a Greenville, North Carolina as well. But Greenville, South Carolina, you have Columbia. Columbia is up and coming. It may seem like a not a third world country, but it may seem a little backwards right now, but it is on its way. And then you have Charleston, tons of growth happening in the Charleston area. Now, feel free, ask any questions. Let me know what you think and your thoughts regarding the Charlotte region, and what do you see as far as growth and everything as well. Where is this at right here? So yeah, North Carolina saw 1,500 new business applications per 100,000 residents, while South Carolina saw just a little over that, 1,600 new applications per 100,000 residents. Where are we at here? Let me move on. This is good news. Let's move on and talk about housing and apartments and just the cost of living here in the Charlotte region. It says, make sure I'm sharing the right screen here. Here we go. It says Charlotte rents fell 1% last month. December 2024 rent report. And those of you, again, on this channel, we talk about housing and real estate, and I think everybody should get on the property ladder. But given your particular situation, buying might not be best for you. It may be best to rent. And if you're looking to rent, I encourage you to sign that lease sooner than later, because rents fell last month or in December, last month in November, rents fell 1% compared to 0.8 nationally. And reason why I say you should do so, sign that lease agreement sooner than later, because I went to the state of housing here in the Charlotte region at UNCC. I didn't go, I saw it on Zoom. And they're talking about rental rates and the outlook for rents and how they project it going up in 2025. So now is the time to take advantage of it, and especially during the season. Housing and anything, you have a season, it's very cyclical, seasonality with it. So right now it's what, the winter time, and less people want to move, if you can choose, during this time of year. Hell, it snowed last Tuesday in Charlotte. Now I was waiting for snow where I was located in Fort Mill. It did not snow, but I'm like, man, I was disappointed. But then I looked on the news, saw some pictures, and it did snow in Charlotte. So I'm actually happy that people got to see it. What's going on, Elevate? North and South Carolina building growing quickly. Yes, it is definitely just the place to be, and a lot of changes are happening throughout both states pretty rapidly. Pretty rapidly. Where are we at here? So year rent growth is negative 3.4%. Now, if you're familiar with what's going on in the Charlotte region, is that there's been a ton of apartment complexes and buildings being built and still being built, being finished. So that inventory is finally coming to an end. So that's why they're thinking rents will start to go up, because there won't be that influx of inventory. Because the past few years, actually starting in COVID, you started seeing a ton of apartment building, townhouse apartment building, even a lot of new communities that were just for rent, both townhouses and single family homes. And now that that's coming to an end or slowing down, that's going to raise prices up, because people are coming to the area. The population demand is here, and the inventory is here as well, but it's not going to be in abundance as it was. Where are we at here? Moving on to, I put a video out recently talking about what to do in the Charlotte region for during the holidays. And I mentioned some of these in this video, but actually these are just uptown and south end. I mentioned some of them, but here is, I have people constantly reaching out because I'm thinking about putting together a newsletter, different things to do every single month here in the greater Charlotte region. If that's something you're interested in, please leave a comment, let me know. But here's just a quick compilation of what there's to do here in the holidays during the season. Now, you have something at Truist Field. Truist Field is where the Charlotte Knights play. It is ice skating. You can go enjoy it with the family. I plan on going sometime soon. I need to hurry up and get some tickets. Sycamore Brewing, you have Backstage Lounge. Never been there. And I had some friends go out this past weekend. I did not go. They went to some bars in South End, and all of them were Christmas themed. Now, the Knights Field or Truist Field is a family fun event. You can go take your kids and enjoy that. But there's a lot of Christmas themed bars and breweries. And one of them even had like a speakeasy to where you had to give a passcode or a code to be able to get back behind the paywall, essentially, to enjoy the Christmas themed bar. So check that out. Middle C Jazz went out with me and Ambernique went out recently with one of our graduates or friends. It became a friend, family member from Empower 50, and she was talking about how she wants to go to, or she's been to Middle Sea Jazz and wants to go more. And I know I have other clients that absolutely love going to Middle Sea Jazz. If you haven't been, it's a cool, chill spot, jazz music. Actually, have a client that plays and he performs at Middle Sea as well. So I don't go out as much as I used to, but I know what's happening. And I can put you in contact and connect you with people that do go out to these different events and know what's going on. So you can just have a good time. And we pretty much, we're more alike than we are different as a society. And everybody wants to have a good time, sit back, relax, and just fellowship with like-minded people. Barbara, yes, buying the house and the land. Amen. Where are we at here? Middle Sea Jazz, Vinyl. I think Vinyl is the name of the place they went to this past weekend. Vinyl is a go-to for nightlife in South End. It's transformed into a Santa's favorite watering hole. That is one of the places a group of friends went to this past weekend. Triple C Brewing. Okay, there we go. Let's see what else. Now, this is one that's not necessarily Christmas themed, but I want to put it on your radar because Rock Hill is, I'm really taking a liking to Rock Hill. If you would have talked to me 10 years ago, I would have said no to Gaston County. I would have said no to Rock Hill. I would have said no to where I live now, right on the border. But with time, things change. And I like Gaston County, not as much as Ambernique. She loves Bessemer City, but I do like Gaston County. I like Gastonia. I like Stanley. I like Mount Holly, Belmont, to name a few places. I'm trying to think where else do I really enjoy in Gaston County. Cramerton. I really do like Cramerton. It's a lot of cute towns. And McAdenville, Christmastown, USA. If you're in the area, I encourage you to take an evening. Now you have to carve out like 3 hours, 3 whole hours to drive around, but is the whole town is decorated during the Christmas time. So you can just drive around, enjoy it. I do wish there was food in the downtown McAdenville and more places to grab a drink. But if you come prepared, you can definitely just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Now let's talk about Rock Hill. Yeah, Embernique, beautiful Ebony. Embernique, she's doing well. She's doing well. Actually, I talked to her several times today. She couldn't make it on tonight. Never heard of Rock Hill? Well, Rock Hill is just south. Well, not just south. It's about 20 minutes south of Charlotte in South Carolina. And it's developed and developing. Rock Hill actually got shortchanged because the Panthers had gotten to an agreement, was going to have the Carolina Panthers, the football team, got into agreement with Rock Hill and was going to have their practice facility in Rock Hill. And the new owner, a lot of things happened behind the scenes, but the new owner backed out of the deal, and it kind of left Rock Hill squandering a little bit, not knowing exactly what it was going to do because that practice facility was going to bring in a lot of other businesses. But Rock Hill is still, that did set it back. I'm not going to lie, but it's still thriving, still moving forward. There's a lot of building and construction happening in Rock Hill. And I see this speakeasy set to open in downtown Rock Hill. And the reason why this caught my eye is because Rock Hill also has a restaurant called Counter. Now, Counter is something that it honors the sit-ins that happened during segregation and integration. And Rock Hill, I'm a big history buff. I love history. Rock Hill was the home of a lot of contentious, should I say, sit-ins and racial tension back in the 60s. So Counter acknowledges that and pays homage to that culture and tradition, and just show how far we've come. But then You have the Speakeasy set to open in downtown Rock Hill, and it's not a huge place, big enough for 45 guests, but right here, I don't know if you can see it right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. They are honoring the civil rights sit-ins. The civil rights sit-ins. So not only do you have Counter, which honors the civil rights sit-ins, you also have this speakeasy coming to Rock Hill, and Rock Hill is it's I was in Rock Hill earlier today. Now I didn't spend much time. I was driving through going to York, but I was in Rock Hill, and I'm impressed with the development that's taking place in Rock Hill, because again, 10 years ago, Rock Hill, I don't know, it was weird. It was what South Carolina is known for, where people can do whatever they want with their property, where you could have a single family home right here, you can have a car lot right here, you can have a church right across the street. There was no real zoning per se, but now it looks more traditional in a sense, where you have neighborhoods, developments, you have your shopping districts. So I really do like Rock Hill nowadays. So the new bar Speakeasy theme is coming to a historic building in downtown Rock Hill, and it talks about Counter, the concept by Chef Rob Masson, whose first restaurant, again, same people that built Counter, is now opening the Speakeasy. So I'll be sure to enjoy and partake in that restaurant as soon as it opens. No, I will definitely let her know, and I'm confident that her mom and maybe even one of her kids are watching right now as well. So they see that you're asking about her. That's my sister. Now let's talk about the Charlotte region. And one thing we know about the Charlotte region and housing, that affordability is becoming a challenge, has been a challenge and becoming more of a challenge. But where are we at here? There was a couple of things I wanted to point out. But here is a list of the most popular developments and communities here in Charlotte. Now, you see this right here. I want to make sure we can get it large enough. I don't think you can still see that. Hold on. All right. Let me know in the comment section if you've heard of any of these communities. You have Chateau. Chateau is located in South Charlotte in Still Creek, and it's right next to the Palisades, or then right in that same vicinity of the Palisades. And the average sale price for homes in that community was $443,000. Now that was in 2023. Right now we're in 2024, and you're closer to 460 to almost five. You have Gamble Forest, another Lennar community in Mooresville. Mooresville, there's tons of development happening in Mooresville, and the price for there is 443 as well. And I'm trying to think of other communities going on in Mooresville. You have some townhouses by Meritage that are very nice and reasonably priced. Reach out to me. Love to talk to you about that. You also have some single family communities in Mooresville. One by D.R. Horton, and it's their upper line. D.R. Horton has two different product lines. They have their Express line, and then they have their Standard line. Now, their Express is perfect for first-time home buyers or those looking that are very price conscious. You're not going to have certain luxuries such as black splashes and just the little gadgets and things that make, I don't know, a home feel custom. But their normal line, the one that is in Mooresville, you do get those amenities. You have the luxury kitchen package with the stove or oven in the wall, and then the cooktop stove. You also have crown molding, you have wainscoting and all that. So you have that community. You also have another community that's opening up by D.R. Horton, Shepherd's Crossing, I think, but then you also have Shepherd's Landing by Meritage. So you have a lot of stuff going on in Mooresville. Now, actually, I'm putting together a video right now where it just got approved to build several, I think it's several hundred single family units, some townhouses, some single family residences in Mooresville, but it's met with a whole bunch of pushback because it's going to be right around, you can walk to Lake Norman from this community. And the locals are not happy about it at all. Not happy about it at all. So I'm going to do a video about that, and also there will be a video coming out about the development projects here in the Charlotte region that I believe will change the Charlotte region. There's several huge ones coming, and some of them have started, and some will be coming. They have been announced that I think will change the landscape of the area and just shift migration patterns within the Charlotte region. So be sure to like this video and subscribe so I can share with you about that. Where else are we? Walnut Creek, Indian Land, South Carolina. Indian Land. I can't speak highly enough about Indian Land. I've been telling some of my agents that licensed in North Carolina, you need to go ahead and get your license in South Carolina because Indian Land is right across the border. And you talk about development and growth, it is absolutely taking off. Sorry, I'm getting a call right now. And so I apologize to the person calling right now. I will talk to you afterwards. It's taking off. Right now, if you look at where Indian Land is, you have Ballantyne, which is a very affluent part of Charlotte, South Charlotte. And then you have Fort Mill, Tega Cay right here. And right next to, well, right between both of those is Indian Land. So you have Ballantyne, known for their great schools, affluent neighborhood. You have Fort Mill, Tega Cay, which is known for their great schools. And it's depending on where you're at, affluence. But then you have, right from both of those, you have Indian, let's say Indian Trail. I meant Indian Land, sorry. Indian Land, South Carolina. And it's in Lancaster County. So you have cheaper property taxes. And you can take advantage of the cheaper property taxes in general, but if it's an owner occupied, you even get less property taxes. And the school system in Lancaster County and Indian Land, South Carolina is very good as well. So check that out. Reed's Cove, Mooresville, that community, I remember when they first started building that community. I believe they're coming to an end in that community. Now, Elizabeth, one of my agents actually bought a home in Elizabeth and has helped several families buy in Elizabeth. If you're looking to buy here in the Charlotte area, North Carolina, South Carolina, please reach out to us. We can help you. This community is changing the way Fort Mill functions. It is, I believe, 1,300 homes total between townhouses and single family homes. It has a commercial retail spot in there. And homes right now, you can still get homes because actually, I was going to pull it up. Actually, I have a video I was going to put out. I am going to put out, I don't know when, about the Braden floor plan. I think it's Braden. It starts with a B. In Elizabeth, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just over 2,000 square feet for the high threes, low fours in Fort Mill. Excellent school district, conveniently located. You can't really beat that community right now for its value. Trilogy, there's tons of 55 and older communities here in the Charlotte area. And there's an article I read recently that North Carolina and the Charlotte region in particular is becoming a destination spot for retirees, whether they're coming from up north or coming from down south, coming from Florida or parts of South Carolina. They don't want to deal with the uncertainty of the weather in those more southern areas, Florida or South Carolina. They're coming to Charlotte, where we do experience the seasons, but we don't have those huge insurance costs like you do on the coast or in Florida. And you don't have to worry about drastic damage being done, at least in the Charlotte area, from hurricanes and tornadoes and such. Where else are we? Parkside Crossing. I've done a video about Parkside Crossing. I thought that was the steal, and pricing has gone up tremendously since I first did the video. It's on the channel. I showed every 3 levels of that community, meaning they have like an entry point, a middle point, and then they have the reserve collection where you can get homes from mid 400s all the way up to 800,000 in that community. And again, that community is in Still Creek, which is in the south part of Charlotte. Have you all heard about any of these communities? Because I know I've done videos on several of them, but in this list, I'm trying to think which community do I like the best so far that I mentioned here. To me, it's a toss up between Reed's Cove. I really like Trilogy, but it's 55 and older. And Parkside Crossing so far. I like Elizabeth as well. But Highland Creek, Highland Creek, when it was first built, was the largest subdivision here in the Carolinas. It has since been dethroned, but it is an excellent community in North Charlotte. And Cresswinds, 55 and older community. You want to talk about an oasis, a getaway in the middle of Charlotte. I actually had a client close 3 weeks ago in Cresswinds. They absolutely love it. They have a huge amenity center, pool, indoor, outdoor. I can't speak highly enough of it. I can't wait to go there with my clients and enjoy some of the amenities that they offer. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm gonna end it out here with the Palisades because I actually have a 30-minute video on my channel talking about the Palisades. The Palisades is, I want to say, over 2,000 homes in South Charlotte, Still Creek area, and you have newer homes. You have homes going anywhere from mid fours right now to what I believe the highest home sale was around 1.8 million. And right outside the Palisades, you can get up to like maybe 3.8, almost $4 million. But that home isn't technically in the Palisades. Has there been any other question right now? Let me stop this screen share. Has there been any hesitancy around people not wanting to move to Mooresville, Huntersville, co-ash issues? I'm sure there has been, but not enough to cause prices to come down. The demand is still there. And not only, again, I'm very transparent. I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad about every area. Not only the coal ash issues, parts of Huntersville along Lake Norman, you still have cases that are unidentified as far as ocular cancer. So it's just a reality. I'm not here to hide anything from you. It's in the news. And again, you're going to find that out once you do your research anyway. But still, Huntersville is still one of the most sought after suburbs here in the greater Charlotte region. And then Mooresville, as Huntersville has gotten more expensive, people have just gone up to Mooresville. And thinking of over here talking about Huntersville, become a member of the channel because I actually have a tour going out regarding a couple homes in Huntersville. And one of them is a basement home. It is actually, two of them are basement homes. They're absolutely beautiful. And you can get them for under $700,000. That is insane. We're talking about over 3,000 square feet basement. And if you're not familiar with basement homes in the greater Charlotte region, they're very rare. You might have 5 basement homes per 100 homes built. And the ones that I'm going to show you actually have usable backyards. Most basement homes, they call them basements, but it's only like 2/3 of the basement is underground. It's not like up north where you have all of the 4 sides of the construction underground. No, all basements here in the Charlotte region are walkout basements, meaning the closer you are to the street, you're underground, but then you can walk out to your basement, to your backyard, And typically when you walk out to your backyard in the majority of basement homes in the area, you don't really have a functioning backyard because it's a hill, it's a slope, and they only build basements on the side of hills. Well, these two that I'm going to show you have flat, usable backyards. So it's a win-win. And it's by Pulte. They've used some of, this is their upper line. Pulte has different levels as well. It's just like DR Horton, where they have the Syntex community, which is the more affordable first-time entry buyers. But this community, what is it, Brighton? It's Brighton. It's an extension of Brighton in Huntersville. It's beautiful. So be sure to subscribe, but then also become a member so you can have access to those little tidbits that I'm going to share with you. And you get to see behind the scenes and behind the curtains of what's happening. Any other questions you have? I know I started late. I got tied up. For those of you who think now is a downtime, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have several people wanting, not just investors either, like home buyers taking advantage of these incentives that builders are offering right now. You have builders offering anywhere from $24,000 in closing costs and concessions to buy down your interest rate to something more manageable and affordable, to where if you have a 6.6, 6.7, you use some of that money to buy it down, and you're talking about an interest rate in the low fives, if not 5% or lower. I don't want to oversell it. I'm not sure about your credit and where you stand, but you can make your payment very affordable. And then you can also pay all of your closing costs. And then sometimes you have money left over and you can pay your HOA for a few years. So it really is something that a lot of people are taking advantage of. So do not miss out, because if you if going into 2025 is anything like the past 2 years, a lot of these incentives are going to go away, because literally last year, you can like put a clock to it. As soon as it became the first weekend in January, everybody and their mother came out to look at houses. And when everybody goes to look at houses, that means there's more demand. And if there's more demand, that means the sellers, the builders, don't have to incentivize buyers because they're out there. Right now, the demand is picking up. I just saw a report for the third straight week, mortgage applications have gone up. And interest rates haven't come down that far. They might have come down, from 6.8 to 6.7 in that time frame, but nothing drastic. But you still see a lot more people coming to the housing market because you have these builders offering crazy incentives and deals, and you have some sellers that want to unload their property before the new year. So please take advantage of that. Do not be one of those that missed out, because that $24,000 or $10,000, $15,000 in concession could really be the difference on whether or not you can get pre-approved or afford the mortgage, because that could save you a couple $100 every single month by using their money, right? So it really is a win-win. Now, I know I spoke a lot longer than I typically speak. Are there any questions? Any comments? I'm here. I wanted to share with you what was happening in the greater Charlotte region, because we just haven't had a deep dive as far as what's going on. What else do I want to share with you real quick? Talking about businesses coming to the area. You have Siemens coming. Where is it at? Right here. Where's the title? Siemens Energy expansion in North Carolina up for a city grant. So Siemens is coming, and them coming, investing here in the Carolinas will bring 550 jobs to Mecklenburg County and Wake County. So it'll be close to 470 here in Mecklenburg County, and then 85 jobs in Wake County. So yeah, 475, with the average wage being $82,000. So when we talk about people coming to the area, yes, people are coming, and it's not just people that are going to be earning minimum wage. We're talking about high earners, people with significant income coming to the area, so that when they come into the area with that budget, that salary, and they go looking for a home, that's only going to cause prices to go up. And you don't want to be competing with that if you don't have to, right? What else we have going on here? Talking about the highest home sale in October. Let's see, $5.7 million in Foxcroft. That was a big sale. That was a big sale. And where are we at here? Remove. All right. So I hope this was helpful. I plan on dropping, not even plan, I know it's coming. I already have it scheduled. Videos coming this week talking about Charlotte, giving you house tours as well. I want to get back into, I love talking about the housing market. I do. The nitty gritty, what's happening behind the scenes and how to position yourself. But I also want to get back to showing you what's available here in the area, like really the houses that are available. So you have more house tours coming so you can see it. I can talk to you about the single family homes. I can talk to you about the townhouses and how beautiful they are and what you can get for this value. But why don't I just show you as opposed to you going to another channel? I will show you on this channel, but I'll also have a video that I believe everybody should watch. It's about the FHA loan and how the FHA loan limits have increased for 2025. And you will be surprised at what you can get with the FHA loan and how I know many people see FHA loan, they see conventional. Why don't I just go conventional if I can go conventional? Well, I'm going to just detail that in this video. I made it concise. Trust me, I almost went on for like 20 minutes, but I pared it down. I redid it. I'm like, the lawyer in me was like, let's be more succinct. And I got it less than 10 minutes. So I don't want to bore you to death regarding the FHA loan limits and what you can buy in the Charlotte area. But it really goes through in detail what you can get for a single family home, for a duplex, a triplex, and a quad, how you can take advantage of that and what those numbers look like compared to if you went conventional, right? So please be on the lookout for that. That will be, I'm gonna put that out Sunday. So I know it's already scheduled. It's coming out Sunday, and I have a couple property tours. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the page, but also become a member because you're gonna get some behind the scenes stuff as far as what's happening. I have one builder giving $24,000 in incentives, another one giving 20,000, and you're getting like move-in packages, which aren't typical, aren't common, where you get blinds, you get a washer dryer, you get the refrigerator. Those are typically expenses or things that you have to buy after you close. Well, these builders, a lot of them, I don't want to say all of them, are offering that to you up front, so you don't have to worry about that before you move in. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I will let our sister Ambernique know that she is missed. Actually, I was supposed to see her tomorrow. She was supposed to come to the office tomorrow, but she has a walkthrough. She's doing business. She's handling her business. So I tip my cap to her. She has a walkthrough, so I won't even see her tomorrow. I'm sure I'll talk to her several times throughout the day, and I'll let her know that that she's missed. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Comment below. If you want to talk about something in particular, learn something about the Charlotte area or North or South Carolina, please leave that in the comment section below. I am here. You all have a good night. Thank you all for rocking with me. I'm Sir Ashley, your real estate advisor. Where are we at?